What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Let's talk about Terra Luna Classic for a bit, because on Twitter today, I put out a breakdown of my exit plan. And exit plans tend to change, right? When you see how a certain thing is moving, the hype behind something, or the potential to maybe burn more or create a better situation for that position, yeah, you're going to think that things could get a lot better and you're going to end up pushing it a little bit further. But I think people make a mistake by doing that. Right? Not saying that you shouldn't see a position and realize that there's so much potential there, but I think what you should do in these situations is understand or break down if you are being greedy or not. And greed is a big deal in investing. Greed is a big deal anywhere because greed is everywhere. It's in you, whether you think so or not. It's in you. You can be greedy with your own situation. If you decide that you wanted to, let's say, not give to a homeless person, even though you're not going to eat the food at all, you're being kind of greedy and stingy in a way. If you feel like you don't want to, help out the needy, or you don't want to give up on this position, or you want to sell before the next person sells, right? You're being kind of greedy. You're ready to take on all of that and give this person absolutely nothing, right? So I guess those are maybe some good analogies or bad analogies, depending on who you are and what your personality is. But the point is that I'm trying to make is that there's greed in everybody. And you need to find the best exit strategy for you. If I must get to a point, you must find the best exit strategy for you to help you profit in the end, but not being too greedy to where you may end up losing a lot for yourself, losing out on that opportunity, and also taking away from a lot of other people if that does get to that point. Now, I guess who really cares about you don't really know those other people. Who really cares about those other people that you're doing that to? But if you're waiting that long, a lot of times you're going to get into a scenario to where you hurt yourself. So again, there's another form of being greedy. So make sure you protect your own investment every single place that you can go. And hopefully I led to, kind of the right ending point there. But let's get into my Terra Luna Classic exit plan, and hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from and what I was trying to say during that whole entire intro. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are also in the description. Now, if you guys want the spreadsheet that I go on or I go over in this video, make sure you check out the Patreon, which does house that spreadsheet. It's available to all Patreon members, all paid Patreon members. I give that spreadsheet and we do updates to it. Right now we don't have XRP and we don't have some others that are on there, but we have other cryptocurrencies that we're going to be adding to the list to really break down and give yourself a solid exit plan going into this bull run. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Rumble as well. That's at the top of the description. But currently, Terra Luna Classic has been running, right? In the last 7 days, we see this up 60%, which is phenomenal to see that it's up this much. You see it's at a almost $700 million market cap with $300 million worth of volume, currently sitting at 3 zeros, 12 or 3 zeros, 11, 80. So with this being said, seeing it at this price, you have to understand that this is maybe your starting price, or maybe this is well above your cost basis. And now you're wondering if you should take profit if it's going to pull back. But honestly, I think there's a bigger picture that we're missing out on, which is the longer term, what the longer term will give us for Terra Luna Classic. So if we go into my spreadsheet here in Excel, we're going to see that this is my exit plan and you guys can build it however you want to. Again, the spreadsheet is over on Patreon. Feel free to go ahead and get that. But I have 57 million Terra Luna Classic in Terra Station right now. And at certain levels, I'm going to be taking profit. And the reason why I'm going to take profit is because it makes me feel better about holding longer. If you're a person that thinks that you're going to be able to sell at $1 or you're going to sell at $120 and you're going to wait that long to get there, and as you hold 100 million, you're going to see it at $100 million value, and you're not going to go, well, let me take $1 million, or let me take 50 million, or let me take 100 million. Of course you are. It's $100 million. Of course you're going to see it at $50,000 and you only invested $500 into it. Yeah, I would take that any day of the week. Of course, you're going to see it at $1 million and you're probably going to take that or take a portion of it. But the point is that you have to have a solid plan so that you don't get overwhelmed during that time period. So in the beginning stages, you have to strategically plan this out. So let's say it does drop another zero. So it gets to 2 zeros. That's where I will take my first bit of profit. And I'm taking 7 million, giving up potentially $7 million, doing 7 million here and showing about $7,000 worth of a gain. You never know where it's going to pull back. And now you also have 10 million at a level of 50% of a penny. That'll be $50,000, $57,000 total. And then you have 1 cent where I will take another 10 million, which would be $100,000, a total of $157,000 plus the 4,800 that I already took. But let's just push that to the side. And then we get to a level of 2 cents, which people, and me included, believe that it's going to be between 1 and 2 cents at some of these high points, which you will see a $58 billion market cap all the way up to $116 billion market cap for, Terra Luna Classic and, the Classic chain. So seeing that at 2 cents, that's where I will take another 10 million. It'll be $200,000 total, would be $357,000. So all in all, I already took a massive amount, which is about 37 million coins, and giving up potentially $37 million for what I can have here in that short term of what I want to do. Everybody's goal should be to create kind of financial freedom, right? To be financially free. And the way that you do that is finding ways that you can pay off some of these good debts and bad debts. And for me, mortgage, student loans, HELOC, things like that I could easily pay off and have less of a payment every single month, or more payment. That's, I guess, some payment that's going towards taxes. I'm always going to have taxes there for the mortgage, but everything else would come off the board, right? $1,000+ here, $200 there, whatever would completely come off the board. And that's what I want to take off, right? My mortgage, my student loans, my HELOC, all of those types of things or my car loans. And that's something that I feel as though could benefit anybody's life. And as you see a total of, $350,000, that will get you there, right? Depending on how much you have on your mortgage and how much you have on all of these other places. But anyways, we get into the next section where it's 3 cents or 3.5 cents. I'll take 3 million, which would be 105,000. It'll probably be somewhere around 100,000 that I'll end up taking. Then you have 5 cents, which would be 7 million that I would take. And so after that point, after we get to 5 cents, I would be taking about 47 million. 47 out of the 57 million will come out before we even get to 5 cents, or before we even get to 6 cents, I would say. Now you get into some of the bigger numbers, right? Where you start to see 10 cents. I can skip all of this where I really don't need to see anything. If it does only get to those points, then fantastic. We'll find ways to sell at some of those points. However, if it gets to 10 cents, that'll be $1 million that I take out, 95,000, 25 cents, there's 2,500,000. That's where you start to get to the big numbers. And then you have 50 cents if it does find a way to make it to that level. $2 million or 2 million coins that I take out, which will be $1 million. That'll be the first 1 million that I pull out. Now, altogether, before we get to that point, I believe we'll be like right around there. We'll be at 1.4 million or so that we will end up taking out before that point, which would be about 25 cents. And then at 50 cents or above, you have 1 million here. You have 2 million taken at $1, 2 million taken at $2, $5 million dollars taken at $5, and then so on and so forth. And I'll have 1 million to take little bits and pieces as time goes on, because if it gets to $25 and I have 1 million, that's $25 million. I don't need to take a full million coins and pull out $25 million. I mean, I can if I wanted to. And honestly, that would be fantastic, because that would absolutely live the rest of my life and the rest of, the kids' life, as long as they do it right and put it in the right places. But yeah, I think it could be something that could be massive and, create generational wealth for years and years and years and decades and centuries to come, as long as you put it in the right places. If you put it in the right places, the wealth turns into more wealth, or the wealth turns into something that you can fund, your entire life with and somebody else's entire life with, right? So ultimately, what my goal is for this, I have a reality, which would be 1.4 million all the way up to about 10 cents. And then we have expectation, which would be 4.4 million up to about $1. And then we have max profit where you can have about 11.4 million plus the 1 million and however much I decide to take after the fact, right? It could be 10 cents or it could be $10. It could be $20. It could be $120. Who really knows? But the point is that I'm able to take profit and feel good about taking that profit because of the exit plan spreadsheet. I don't know how many times I can mention this, and I know some people are tired of me, mentioning, hey, you need an exit plan, but you do. Exit plans matter. And the reason why I'm so strong on this and the reason why I want this to be a big deal is because I made a mistake with AMC not actually having a full exit plan. Yes, I did take a little bit of profit, or I took my initial investment in the beginning, but the point is that I didn't end up taking profit as things got to higher and higher levels. And I hate that I made that mistake, and I will never make that mistake again. And I'm sure you guys, if you haven't made the mistake, you don't know how, detrimental that could be towards, your mental state and your investing decisions from there on out. So make sure you're making the right decisions. Give yourself an exit plan. Use that link down below and get yourself this spreadsheet and build it yourself. Right now, we only have Lunic, we have Shiba Inu, we have Jasmy, we have CRO. XRP is not built yet. Caspa and Grok are not built yet, and we'll also have some more positions in there, whether it's ADA or Solana and things of that nature. A lot of the positions that I'm building are ones that I hold. But for the Patreon members, if you guys want me to build one for a specific position, feel free to let me know and we can build that. So guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.